So why don't we just sing all the time? We may be different, we make mistakes, and sometimes we give and sometimes we take, but each day we learn and each day we thrive. But most of all, life is good because we're alive. Making new friends, keep the old friends, walking on a cloud. Let's have some fun till the day is done. Fireflies light up the night. Life is good because we have music, so why don't we just sing all the time? We may be different, we make mistakes, sometimes we give and sometimes we take, but each day we learn and each day we thrive. But most of all, life is good because we're most of all, life is good because we're most of all, life is good because we're alive. Some heroes can fly and others don't need to. Some can stretch from here to there and others lead the way to somewhere. What they dream and what they do inspires us all to see it through. Stand up and be heard. One little light can change the world. Stand up and be heard. One little song can change the world. My mom, my dog, and cousin Cassie help me when I'm in need. Like Rosa Parks and Dr. King, they help us believe in something. Some don't think like others do. It takes courage to do something new. Stand up and be heard. One little light can change the world. Stand up and be heard. One little voice can change the world. Stand up and be heard. One little light can change the world. Stand up and be heard. Your one little song can change the world. I wanna know who you are. Don't wanna judge you by your car. Do you speak the truth? Can you sing like rain? I wanna hear what you have to say. Skin, it can be pretty thin. Skin's just the suit you're in. Skin, skin. I wanna know what's in red blonde hair. Skin, it can be pretty thin. Skin is just the suit you're in. Skin, skin. For made us think we're all God's children, all just the same, with different faces and different names. Skin, it can be pretty thin. Skin is just the suit you're in. Skin, it can be pretty thin. Your skin
can be thick or thin. Just be yourself, not some pseudonym. We go out the way we came in. Look so beautiful in your skin. Can be pretty thin. It's just the suit that you're in. Can be pretty thin, but you look so beautiful in your skin. It's the suit that you're in.
Go on and give me some skin.
Like a trip on the wind, slip on the rain, wander around, forget what to say. If I fell from the sky, I'd land in the clouds. I'd whisper, I love you, right out loud. Hablo bajito, te quiero. I don't know why. Hablo bajito, te quiero. I'll be your lullaby. Let's go see the stars, dance on the moon, sing in the sunrise like the nightingales do. We'll follow Orion as he traces the sky and whisper te amo all through the night. Hablo bajito, te quiero. I don't know why. Hablo bajito, te quiero. I'll be your love.
I used to know the names of all the stars. Now I just know a few planets like Jupiter, Earth, and Mars. I used to know the name of every child. Back before I was born, back when I was safe and warm, back when I was flying in the sky. Now I have to go to school and learn it all again, get good grades and try to remember Queen. I used to know the words to all the songs. Now I only know the melodies and I just hum along. I used to know the language of the birds, the robin and the blue jay. I always knew what they would say, the prettiest songs that I have ever heard. Now I have to go to school and learn it all again, get good grades and try to remember we. I used to know the names of every tree, and now they're just a forest in the dusk of evening. I used to see the God in everything, and now it's just a rustle, a whisper that I'm trusting when the redbud blossoms in the spring. And now I have to sleep and learn it all again, and let my dreaming take me to the place where it began. Oh, oh,
Life is good because we have music, so why don't we just sing all the time? We may be different, we make mistakes, and sometimes we give and sometimes we take, but each day we learn and each day we thrive. But most of all, life is good because we're alive. Sweet as candy, sweet as family, sweet as apple pie, sweet as apple pie. Good times and bad times, sad times and mad times, young, wild and free. It's good to be me. Life is good because we have music. Life is good because we have music, so why don't we just sing all the time?
Welcome, everybody. You've been listening to the sweet sounds of Kit Panelli and the songs written by children all over the United States and Hawaii. So we appreciate you as you've been just listening to some great tunes recorded by great artists. But tonight we're going back to American roots music. It's a broad range of styles that include blues, gospel, country, folk, zydeco, and the artists that are performing for you tonight are pioneers. They've taken those traditions and they've taken them just to wonderful new places. So we're very excited. I want you to welcome, with big Zoom applause, Bill Lloyd. Bill Lloyd is with us this evening. Hey, Bill.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
We sure can.
Okay, good.
I know that Bill lives in Nashville. He's a Nashville-based songwriter, music and recording artist. But I was reading your bio, and I have to tell you, I was getting really excited because you've written, as a songwriter, you've had your songs recorded by Trisha Yearwood, Martina McBride, Keith Anderson, but this one is the one that I was like so excited. Hootie and the Blowfish. I don't know how many people out there remember Hootie and the Blowfish, but
Everybody
they were like
does.
one of my great. I love that band. So, what is it like to have them record your music?
It was nice. They were fans of Foster and Lloyd, the duo I was in the '80s, and in fact, Darius Rucker is still very vocal about about us being one of his big influences at the time. So that's really nice. You know, it's like you put out a record and it makes an impact on somebody's life, and it's a nice thing.
It is. It's amazing. And I know that it's been a rough couple days for you, rough day for you, hasn't it?
Well, I'm kind of running on fumes because Nashville had really unprecedented rainfall last night, and the worst flooding we've had in about 11 years. And my house was hit by my garage and basement. So my son and I were up most of the night sweeping water, using the sump pump and sweeping water out the garage door. So if I fall asleep in the middle of it all, just, wake me up. So
Well, I know our Zoom audience is so appreciative, and it's just going to make them just love your music even more. So
well,
what are you
thank
gonna
you.
play for us?
It's nice to be here. Thank you, Paul. It's good to see you again.
Well, likewise, Bill. I remember we worked together on some of the Kid Pan Alley Nashville album, and
Yep.
we wrote that song "Extra Hand" with, I think it was third graders, and the Nashville Bluegrass Band recorded it, and then you also sang on the "Download It All for Free" song for us. So it was a real joy working with you back then.
Yeah.
Glad to have you back.
How many years has that been now? My God.
Oh God, maybe 15 now.
Yeah.
Tell them a few secrets. There we go. Oh, so what are you going to play for us?
Oh, I'll start with a song that is on one of my records. It was on a record of mine called "Back to Even," but I wrote this with Beth Nielsen Chapman years ago, and she just recut it. She cut it for the first time for herself, and it's going to be on her new record. So I thought that would be apropos. It's a new song. It's an old song. So
Yeah, Beth was just on the show a few shows ago.
oh, good. All right. It's called "Dancing with the Past." I don't ever look back. I just wanna feel this moment. Follow where it's going, baby. I don't ever look back. That's just dancing with the past. I don't ever look back. I don't like to let old messes ever get the best of me. I don't ever look back. That's just dancing with the past. Well, I get so scattered when the four winds blow. I stand real still and let the clouds keep rolling on. I surrender to the big don't know, the back and the forth, the ebb and the flow. I don't ever look back, dwelling on the dreams that shattered. Now it doesn't matter, baby. I don't ever look back. That's just dancing with the past. Well, I get so scattered when the four winds blow. I stand real still and let the clouds keep rolling on. I surrender to the big don't know. I turn it all over and I let it all go. I don't ever look back. I've already fought those battles. Now they're only shadows, baby. I don't ever look back, 'cause that's just dancing with the past. Yeah, that's just dancing with the past. That's just dancing with the past.
Woo! I love it.
Oh yeah, nice. I like that. Nice. Get the fake applause button on there. Great.
I think one of the things about Zoom is, you're in this little square,
Yeah.
and but I know other people were like me, and we're like swinging in their chairs or dancing on their couches. It's like awesome. I love music that makes me want to move,
Well,
groove. Thank you.
thank you.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you.
So Bill, you know Mollie and Rich, right?
Well, kind of, yeah. I mean, more by reputation than I'd worked with Tim O'Brien before, but Molly, we were trying to figure out whether we had met along the way,
Well, let's welcome Mollie O'Brien and Rich Moore.
Thank you.
Good
It's
afternoon.
right here.
Oh,
evening.
so excited to have you. And when I started talking about American roots, I guess I really was talking about you, Mollie, because you just have it. You're known for sort of pushing those musical boundaries, and the audience just loves how real, well, actually for both of you, how real you are. You're just like so comfortable at home. It's like you're sitting on the couch right next to everybody and just letting it go.
Well, funny you should mention that. We are kind of sitting,
Sitting on the couch.
and so I guess we're successful. You might say then.
I think it also has something to do with the fact that come April Fool's Day, we will have known each other for 40 years, and we've been playing music, solid, doing just duo stuff pretty much for the last 10 or 15
yeah.
years. So, you kind of, as long as you can stick it out being married, I guess, or being married.
So, all right, how did you all meet?
Don't look back. What was the name of no, don't look back.
But how did you all meet?
Well, we're really not sure. Mollie claims that we met at a party somewhere, and I don't remember that as well as I remember her sitting in with me at a gig I was playing, and there were 4 or 5 of us on stage, and she got up and sang, and I thought, oh, I have got to meet this woman.
Wow.
But our official story is that we met on April Fool's Day at the Denver Folklore Center. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
so at a party there.
Harry Tuff's place.
Yep. We owe it all to Harry.
Yeah, that's right. There's a song.
That's right. You can write it. We owe it all to Harry. So, what are you gonna play for us this evening?
Well, odds and ends. We're going to start with this. This is I'm a fingerstyle guitar player.
Ooh.
Yeah, look at all those. I mean, these are weapons. I bought some of these the other day, these finger picks, and I realized that according to their instructions, I'm wearing them backwards. So
Oh boy.
we'll see.
Uh-oh.
But I've been doing that for years, so what the hell. This is a Dave Van Ronk song.
So about having a good time and kind of paying for it the next day.
Yep.
Not a dollar, not a nickel, not a penny to my name. I'm the queen of Tap City. I'm out of the game. A nickel up, a nickel down, another nickel gone. Ain't got a nickel left to carry me on. If I ever get back on my feet, I'll move from Saturday Alley up to Sunday Street. I'll get a paradise that makes me 7 all the time. I'm gonna be living on chicken and wine. I want caviar, 4-star Johnny Walker Black. 6 pretty boys in my gold Cadillac. I'm gonna move where the living is sweet. From Saturday Alley up to Sunday Street. Well, my hands are shaking and I ain't feeling well from drinking King Kong liquor and cheap muscatel. But a little taste of bourbon and breakfast in bed. And $6 million can't raise the dead, just me and the other elite. We're raising high class hell up on Sunday Street. Everybody says I'm talking out of my head, but nobody badmouths the broad with the bread. All the whores are gonna grab their drawers and say, there goes the trick who mugs Santa Claus. You know it pays to be discreet when you're talking to the queen of Sunday Street. Not a dollar, not a nickel, not a penny to my name. I'm the queen of Tap City. I'm out of the game. A nickel up, a nickel down, another nickel gone. Ain't got a nickel left
Oh my gosh. Wow. Molly, you have got one heck of a voice, woman.
Yeah.
I love it. I love
Yeah,
it.
stories I could tell. Boy, yeah.
Well, you know, those finger picks look like they're working pretty good there, Rich.
Well, yeah.
Nothing came flying off, which is good.
Nope, they haven't. No, they're all, yeah. So this time, yeah.
Oh my gosh, absolutely love it. You know what, Paul? I'm feeling a little nervous about going a little soft and quiet, but I guess. Well,
Well,
I'll
we'll
have to
change it
tell
up
you
a
this
bit.
story because this was a song that we tried to do last concert series, and I just couldn't seem to find my head around it. We tried it, and I lost my head, and so we let it go. So we're gonna
do it today.
we're gonna try to rebirth it today.
You know, we're writing, 6 or 8 songs a week with Kid Pan Alley, and man, you need to empty out some space in your brain there to get those. And this is a song we wrote a few weeks ago, I guess about 3 or 4 weeks ago, with kids in Richmond, Virginia. What was it? What grade was it, Cheryl? 8th grade. At St. Mary's School in Richmond, and Michael Lilly was assisting me on this one, and I just love Michael's music, and so it was a real joy to work with him on it there. So this is called Small Things Make a Difference.
All the things I took for granted, all the things that made me whole, everything that kept me going, everything that filled my soul. In a world that isn't perfect, where right is often wrong, small things make a difference, even after we're gone. Life is often fragile, too short to waste away. We've been blessed, and though we're broken, on our knees we pray. Though this pain is temporary, its memories linger on. Small things make a difference, even after we're gone. Love shines through the darkness, it's where our sorrow ends. Love is found in family, with our cherished friends. For this life I am so grateful, for the joyful and the sad, and the dreams that never happen, for the good ones and the bad. Let the hard times fade away, like stars at break of dawn, while things make a difference, even after we're gone. Small things make a difference, small things make a difference, small things make a difference, even after, yes, even after we're gone. And we made it through. Yay,
Good job,
Paul.
Jack.
Good job. Yeah, that-
What a
Right.
song. I love that song.
we have a saying. We were up in Colorado, and we wrote. We were writing a song with this 6th grade class, and they all wanted to write about the mischievous escapades of one of the students, and his name was Jack. And so the song became
Good job, Jack. And that's
And
what we say.
so
Whenever we make it through something.
we look at each other and say, "Good job,
Good job, Jack.
So it's time to swing the table back around. And Bill, are you still with us, or?
No, I haven't passed out yet.
Okay,
I'm all good.
awesome. So what would you like to play for us?
I'm going to do a song that I wrote years ago with my old record partner, Radney Foster, and Guy Clark. And it was on one of Guy's records, and it was going to be on one of ours, and it didn't quite make it. It was too weird for the label at the time. So but we did kind of do a little rewrite of it and cut it in, what was it, 2010, when we did a reunion record, and it's called Picasso's Mandolin is the name of it. And
Title.
Guy had a Picasso, the blue guitar kind of painting on his wall of his office at EMI Music in Nashville, and he also had a mandolin hanging up, and I don't know, and just in the process of trying to write, trying to come up with something, 3 people in a room, we combined the two things. And anyway, and it's really about creativity. That's what the idea of the song is about kind of doing your own thing. So,
All right.
here we go. Picasso said in 1910, I'm gonna paint me a mandolin. Could be cubes, could be curves. I like to mix the paint with nerve. Gonna load my brush and fire away. Paint me a hole in the light of day. Well, you can play it straight or play it from left field. You got to play it just the way you feel. Come on, boys, play it again. Play it on Picasso's mandolin. Coloring books and drinking wine, it's hard to stay between the lines. Ain't no rule if you don't break it. Ain't no chance if you don't take it. The damnedest thing I ever heard was trying to learn to sing from a mockingbird. Play it straight or play it from left field. You got to play it just the way you feel. Come on, boys, play it again. Play it on Picasso's mandolin. Take this moment, make your choice, sing your song in your own voice. Fork in the road is a piece of cake, but you got to eat the one you take. Pablo knew just what to do. He saw the world and he painted it blue. You can play it straight or play it from left field. You got to play it just the way you feel. Come on, boys, play it again. Play it on Picasso's mandolin. Picasso said before he died, there's one more painting I'd like to try. The doctor held his breath and then Picasso nailed him a mandolin. He was born in Spain and died in France. He was not scared of baggy pants. You can play it straight or play it from left field. You got to play it just the way you feel. Come on, boys, play it again. Play it on Picasso's mandolin. All right. play some mandolin.
So that was too risque for the label, huh?
Well, it just too
With the
weird.
baggy
I
pants?
think it was just too weird for them. We were on country radio at the time, and that was the market that we were shooting for, and it just
And they didn't wear
Well,
baggy
outside.
pants on country radio.
I know, but it had a mandolin in it.
I know it did.
yeah. Well, when we did it later, we got Sam Bush to play the mandolin, so that made it all worthwhile.
Oh, okay, there you
Yeah, I'd say.
go. Wow.
It's probably the baggy pants thing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. They don't wear baggy
They
pants
just
on
don't.
country radio.
No, it's
No,
jeans.
it's
Tight pants.
tight fitting jeans. Wasn't that a hit?
Yeah.
Somebody had a hit with the tight fitting jeans.
Oh my gosh, love it. Everyone's just loving that. I want to take this moment to reach out to our Zoom audience because Catherine Kidd reminded me how important it is to make those donations to the tip jar. Every concert we run a tip jar, and all of the money that you donate goes towards the artists that are performing this evening. It's just a wonderful way. It's not only an applause, but a wonderful way to say thank you for the gifts of their music and for sharing them with us this evening. Yes. And boy, what gifts we're getting this
Yes,
evening.
I
you
know. Kathy really got the tip jar going here with
Yeah, she really.
a tip that was worthy of the Inn at Little Washington, a $200 tip.
You're not supposed to tell amounts,
Oh.
okay? But please be generous because it, like I said, it's for these amazing artists. So we're just so happy. Let's swing back. Okay, so Mollie and Rich, any baggy pants over there?
Well, that's the beauty of doing these streaming
Sitting
concerts.
down Zoom.
We don't have pants on at all.
Yes, we do, Paul. Oh my gosh, he's going to get us. We're going to lose our rating.
I'm going to get
our
us
rating.
kicked off of country radio. Wait a minute, we're not on country radio.
So Molly and Rich, what has it been like for during this COVID pandemic thing?
Oh, you know what? We were talking to somebody today, like, aren't we all sick of talking about it? But, we're not really sick of talking about it. I have to admit that I discovered how much I enjoyed being at home. And in spite of, in Colorado, we had crazy, crazy weather and terrible fires, and we were home. And, it just, it was great to be home. I mean, it was so weird at the beginning. And it still feels weird. I had to go shopping on Friday and to a mall, and I don't go to a mall. Pre-COVID, I didn't go to the mall very often, but I went on Friday, and it just felt so weird. And I wonder, if that's like a foreshadowing of, is it going to stay weird for a while? I don't know.
That's an interesting thought because you really in Colorado, you all really have had it from fires to just recently a ton of snow, and
And then we had the shooting, last week.
We've had some terrible things happen.
I mean, we all have, and it's just. I mean, let's just face it. Weren't you glad to get rid of 2020? I mean, it was just so.
amen, sister.
Everything about it was. Yeah. I mean, I can't say it's all bad because we became grandparents last year. So.
Oh, congratulations!
So.
You'll be able to sing to that baby.
Yeah. We're about to be grandparents next month.
That's right.
Oh.
Little boy named
great.
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah.
All
Good job,
right.
Jackson.
Yeah, good job, Jackson. We'll have to change the song. But all right, so what would
Tell
you?
his mother that.
Yeah, exactly. So what will you be performing for us now?
Well, first of all, I just want to say that it occurs to me, I realize that I'm wearing the same shirt as is in all the promo pictures.
It's because you look good in it.
Because, but I'm wearing a different hat. So, I think that'll-
No one will judge you.
and that picture was taken at at Folks Fest,
Oh.
which,
Oh.
Paul, as you may recall, is where we met playing with Tom Paxton, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
that's right. You and I played with Tom on a show.
Yeah, yeah, and
It was quite a day to remember.
it was a day to remember. Yeah, but which brings us around to the fact that we're going to do a Tom Paxton song.
I heard Tom do this 2 or 3 times when he'd come to town and Rich would play with him, and every time it just killed me, this song. I mean, it's just such a romantic song about young love and first love, and he hadn't recorded it yet, and I begged him to get, somehow we got a demo of it, and we put it on a record, and it's a sweet song. He says he doesn't want to ever tell anybody who he wrote it about, but he's probably just saying it to make himself more mysterious.
Tom Paxton, mysterious.
Man of mystery,
Yeah.
international man.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think those two words go together.
No, you don't hear them in the same sentence. No.
5 roads led from Central Square, but only one led home, while down the other 4 there lay a world I'd never known. I saw 3 stars among the clouds, a good sign some might say. I saw the road that led to home, but I took another way. I met the boy I came to love one night in Central Square. I loved the way he sang his songs. I loved his cold black hair. I heard him sing, the water is wide, and Johnny's gone to sea. Spanish is the loving tongue, while he looked right at me. He took me home with him that night. I carried his guitar. He gave to me his only bed, while he lay on the floor. I kissed him when I went to bed. I lay awake past 3, and I was nearly sleeping when I heard him call for me. We lived together all that year until we drew apart. For I was younger than my years and did not know my heart. I sang along with him one night in quiet harmony, until I realized his song was his farewell to me. I made the worst mistake of all. I turned and left him there, and winter had stepped in when I went out in Central Square. I saw 3 stars among the cloud, a good sign some might say. I saw the road that led to home, but I took another way. I saw the road that led to home, but I took another way.
Oh my gosh. That is so, so
What a
beautiful.
beautiful
Hey,
song.
where's the applause? Where's the applause?
Oh, here
you
we
know
go.
what? Here it comes.
Standing ovation.
Everybody's crying,
We
probably.
drove all this way and God.
Well, you have to understand that sometimes behind the scenes, like all of a sudden something will become disconnected, or a program will blip out. And Paul was like, running. He was everywhere, and you couldn't see him.
Don't worry.
I could see him.
Don't worry. It's
I know.
fine. I'm just.
I was worried because I thought, all right, I'm going to talk while you hear him play his guitar. No. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. I mean, Molly, when you're singing, what are some of the things that, what comes to you?
Well, that song is so easy to visualize. I mean, can't you think back to when you're like 20 or, and I moved to New York when I was, I think I was 19, and New York City, and, it was just so overwhelming and so exciting and so crazy. And you kind of, all that rushes back when I think about it. Not that kind of thing happened, not that story happened to me, but, it's just such a universal story. I mean, about, and of course you can think about Paxton playing at the the small clubs in Greenwich Village, and that thing actually probably happened. Maybe he witnessed it with Dave Van Ronk. Maybe
Oh.
Dave Van Ronk had
There's a thought.
a girlfriend that was. I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, we could have you
Anyway.
actually record it. It's beautiful.
Beautiful.
Absolutely
Beautiful
beautiful.
song. Yeah, I don't think I ever heard that one before.
No, and we had Paxton. He was over and he played quite a few tunes, but I don't remember that one.
Well, we pride ourselves on arrangements, so it's a completely different way that we do it. When you're covering something, you obviously want to make it a little bit different, but it's a great story. I mean, how can you go wrong?
This is true. This is true. Well, I'm going to release the mic to my partner here, Mr. Paul Reisler, who is going to enchant us with an instrumental. So
Okay.
tell everyone a little bit about what you're playing, and I'm going to step out of the picture here for you.
Okay. Will, before I do that, I just want to thank, I just saw that one of my oldest friends, Dennis Gregg, just made a really wonderful donation. Dennis, God, I've known Dennis since I was about 18 or 19, so you all can guess about how many years ago that was. So nice to see you there, Dennis. We've been doing these concerts now since early April. And God, I don't know how many concerts we've done, 30 or 40, and it's always a challenge to come up with new instrumentals each time, because I don't have that many instrumentals to play. So I put kind of a couple of fragments together today to play for you. Thank you.
Beautiful, Paul.
Thanks.
Put my headphones back on so I can hear everybody. So one of the greatest gifts of living with a musician is you get to hear their music throughout the day.
Is that a gift?
It is a gift. You know, my studio is up at the top of the house on the 3rd floor, and Paul, the Kid Penally studio, is down here in the 1st floor, and I hear you playing often, and it's very beautiful. So thank you for the gift of music, Paul. So let's swing it back around, but before we bring Bill back on, I want to remind everyone, please make sure that you are checking out that tip jar, and we appreciate all of their donations. It's been one of the missions of this concert series was to make sure that we were able to give something back to performing artists that just haven't had a chance to perform live. And so we're very thankful for your generosity. So,
Yes.
Okay, Bill, what's coming?
Hi. That was beautiful, Paul.
Oh, thanks, Bill.
Well, I'm going to do a song that I keep making records, even at my advanced age. Can I plug my website just for
Absolutely.
if it's okay? Bill Lloyd with all 4 L's in a row. BillLloydMusic.net is where you can go find my stuff, and I keep making these records whether anyone cares or not. And I made one last year called "Don't Kill the Messenger," and this is the song from that record. And it's about people who are still dating. I've been divorced for a number of years and never remarried, and so this is kind of a song about dating in middle age and beyond. It's called "The Girls of Sylvan Park," and that is actually a neighborhood here in Nashville. But all right.
All right.
The girls of Sylvan Park, they're not really girls anymore. Taking a second shot at life, that ain't easy for sure. Well, I got their numbers and they got mine. I might get a call back if they're so inclined. They're all still looking ahead, they still carry the spark. That's one thing in common about the girls of Sylvan Park. Now once you're unmarried, many subscribe to Don't Ask, Don't Tell. But I say the baggage you carry, you claim it your very own carousel. 'Cause once you're past 40, the personal stories get deeper and truer with time. We're all wearing glasses, but that doesn't mean that we're blind. The girls of Sylvan Park, they're not really girls anymore. They're women who know how to smile when they dance their way crossing a kitchenette floor. They'll make you tabbouleh with pita and sprouts. They'll serve up a side dish of better watch outs. If their exes still stalk them, you'll learn the safe places to park after dark. Another reason I love to hang out with the girls of Sylvan Park. Now I've been to Franklin, I once toured a mansion in Old Bellmead, but I can't compare the women from there to the Sylvan Park breed. 'Cause between West End and Charlotte, the girls are so starlit, they light up the night when it's dark. Yeah, that's just the way that I see the girls of Sylvan Park. not really girls anymore. But they make me feel youthful and still remain truthful, just in case there's some kind of encore. It's odd that they're all from the same neighborhood. It's more than a fact now, it's understood. If you're looking for soulful, that's the first place you should start. I probably should not say anymore about the girls of Sylvan Park.
So all of you Nashville people, I was going to say Colorado people, but it was in Nashville. Now you know where to go. Yeah, hook up. You know, it is kind of different, you know, dating and kind of getting together later in life. It's not like the Romeo and Juliet of your early 20s.
Yeah, it's just a different scene. Yeah, kind of, but it's also, you know, has its advantages when you're getting to know somebody. You know, anyway, it was just something to write about, right?
Absolutely, and I love it. I mean, this whole evening, it's just everything. All the songs have just left me smiling and just thinking
No,
we are just so
fun
grateful. Yes,
and so funny.
Thank you.
I need to give a shout out to some folks because they're loving. They're just loving you, Bill, and loving you, Molly and Rich. We've got donations coming in from Dennis Gregg, as Paul had said, Pam Felber, Ann Kirkpatrick, Matthew. Oh my gosh, Matthew. I'm sorry, I wrote your name Holman so fast I couldn't read it. And our good dear friends Tracy and John Jackaman are with us this evening. So, thank you so much for your generosity. Keep it flowing, keep it coming.
Yep.
Thank you, Madam Murph.
That's right. Thank you. All right. So, Molly,
Can I say thank you, Bill, for writing a song about women who are over 40?
yes.
Well,
No.
it's like film directors who make movies about women who are over 40. You know.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. So,
Yeah. Absolutely.
dancing across the kitchenette floor. That was a
There's
that's
thank
good.
you. Well,
Great line.
there's a YouTube video out there. My friend Steve Boyle did a really great video on that song. So if you look it up, it's out there.
Yes, and so please, you know, Bill and Molly and Rich, put your links in the chat because I think one of the things that we love is that a lot of new people get to hear you and become followers, and will continue to enjoy your music long after the concert's done. So put it in there. So go ahead.
Just look for my name, mollyobrien.com. That's all you need to do. Mollie. Otherwise, you'll get directed to God knows where. One of the girls of Sylvan Park.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so a lot of people have been asking about that big double bass back there.
It's the party bass.
It's
Although we
party
haven't had
bass.
It's the $400 K bass that has proved it to be its weight in gold at parties. So, yeah.
So
I'm not sure
you're
what
saying
the-
everyone needs a party bass to really have a party.
bass.
You need
You know, if it gets kicked in or something, it's not the end of the world. You know.
Yeah, well, it would be in a way, but yeah.
Okay, what are you going to play for us now?
Well, one thing I did, you talked about the pandemic and what all we did, so I figured out how to record at home, and I came out with an EP of instrumentals. I'm going to combine the last two songs, one in that it's an instrumental, and it too is in the key of G, just like the last two songs, if I'm not mistaken. So
That's a good. I'm gonna slip away.
yep.
Yeah.
So this is an instrumental from the EP. The EP is called Voiceless, only because there's no singing on it. As
That makes
somebody, yeah. The people are always say, "Oh, that's very deep. What's that mean?" You know, and oh, thank you there.
Yeah, Julie's
Julie.
raising hers up there.
Oh, great. All right. And it's kind of like Mollie was doing a gig once with with Jerry Douglas, I believe, was on the bill, and they were all at the merch table afterwards, and someone came up to Jerry and said, "You know, that was really good, but when are you going to make a CD that's just music, no singing?"
Molly cackles in the back.
Think about it. Some of you will get it, and some of you, yeah. So we don't want any of that singing. We just want music. So anyhow, this is one from the EP called Top Hat.
Beautiful. Wow.
Get the applause. Yes, thank you.
Yes, he was in time.
That deserved double applause. Beautiful, Rich.
So, Rich, when did you start playing? tell us a little of your history.
I started playing when I was a kid, about 11 or 12, right around the week after the Beatles were on Ed Sullivan. For the first time.
It's about when I started playing too.
Yeah, pretty. And then got swept into the whole folk scare and the whole hootenanny and shindig, and then just discovered. I grew up in Philadelphia, and I lived near a club called the Main Point, which I bet Paul might remember, and maybe you do, Bill. I don't know, but
Yes.
they had.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and they had such unknowns as James Taylor and Joni Mitchell, and before they were there, when Chris Smither was opening for Bonnie Raitt, and it sat about 100 people, and I just was there every minute I could be there in the second row, first row, just watching everything, and here I am. Saw
Wow.
Muddy Waters, saw Sonny Terry and Brownie McGee, saw Doc and Merle about 20 times. It was a great education.
Wow, it's reflected.
Yeah.
It was just
Laura Nero, got to see Laura Nero. There's a stroke of genius, yeah. So that was great.
Well, those times really shaped us, didn't they?
Yeah.
Hear all that great music, and
Yeah, it did, and yeah. I'll shut up now.
that was great.
actually,
Thank you.
you know, I think our audience really love hearing the stories. They love knowing more about you because it's inspiring. It really is.
Well,
very inspiring.
if you do remember the Main Point and were a big fan, go to their Facebook page, because the granddaughter of I can't remember the woman's name who owned it, Jeanette. Can't think of her last name now. Campbell. Is that right? I don't know if that's right. Anyhow, granddaughter is auctioning off all kinds of memorabilia from the old Main Point. But don't bid on what I'm bidding, please.
You may need to list that.
It's a great picture of Van Ronk and Joni Mitchell sitting.
Oh, wow.
Rich, I have to tell you, I was in boarding school right around the corner from the Main Point, and we used to sneak out, and we saw Janis Joplin with Santana.
Oh my
Oh,
We were barefoot in this teeny little place.
Yeah.
We were
Wow.
walking deep teenagers. Yeah.
wowee.
Well, that's quite a show.
That, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, who wouldn't pay to?
For $3 probably.
Yeah.
Well, we snuck in.
That's even better. Free and barefoot.
We weren't allowed to be there.
That's wonderful. The next song
yeah.
that we'd like to do, we actually want to dedicate it to a very, very dear friend, who she and her husband are tremendous supporters of Kid Pan Alley, best friends of ours, and have been at this, have joined us in our concert series probably almost every single
time.
one.
And so we wanted to send this song
We
out
want
to
to sing
Tracy
this
and John
for
Jacobin.
Tracy.
This is a song I wrote at a Camp Ronald McDonald up in the mountains outside of Los Angeles. It was a camp for kids with cancer. And they were teenagers, and we wrote this wonderful song with them. And I remember Sharon Lawrence, the actress, was involved in it, and we wrote this beautiful song, and they made a video of it, and then they had a big concert at the Orpheum Theater in Los Angeles with like a 10-piece band and all these kids up on stage singing, and it was just amazing. In fact, I'm going to put a link to the video of the kids up on there singing so you can hear it later. I was so moved by it. Let's see if I can copy this and get that in there. Okay, where's everyone? There we go.
Top. There you go.
Oops, it didn't work. Oh, there it is.
It's very joyful. It's just beautiful song. And this song, This is also featured in Bouncing.
Yes, it's we have 2 Kid Pan Alley musicals that I've written, and this was one of the songs from the first musical, a musical called Bouncin'.
A bird sang a song in my window this morning, welcoming a brand new day. I thought I heard it say, help is coming your way. All my nightmares from the past with the sun rays turns to ash. No limit on hope, you gotta try, you gotta believe. As you give, you shall receive. No limit on hope. You just can't fake it, you gotta live it. You get whatever you give it. I rose out of bed with a brand new conviction. Suddenly my mind was clear. I had no more tears. The sunshine melted my fears. My one voice can start a song. Everyone can sing along. No limit on hope. You've got to try, you've got to believe. As you give, you shall receive. No limit on hope. You just can't think it, you gotta live it. You get whatever you give it. You'll go through storms, get hit with surprises, 'cause you can't weather any crisis. 'Cause hope is never lost, it's just something you forgot. And once you take control, you just can't stop. No limit, gotta try. No limit, gotta fly. You'll go beyond the sky. No limit, no limit. You'll rise above it all. Get back up with your fall. With hope you're standing tall. No limit, no limit, no limit, gotta try. No limit, you can fly. You'll go beyond the sky. No limit, no limit, you'll rise above it all. Get back up when you fall. With hope you're standing tall. No limit, no limit, no limit, gotta try. No limit on hope.
Good job.
Thank you, Jack. Good job, Jack.
Good job, Jack. Yeah, that's the first time we've ever performed that song.
I know it is. I know it is. But, you
That
know,
was so beautiful.
thank you. Thank
Well,
you.
it's so moving working with these kids who were
You got to watch the
facing
video.
all this. And yeah, the video, seeing them all up on stage, dressed up in this incredible band of, studio players from Los Angeles, the big stage there, and Sharon Lawrence and all these other people who were involved in this project. It was really an honor to work with them and very inspiring.
Yes, it is.
Can I
It's
just
amazing.
ask? I mean, this is dumb. I mean, not a dumb question. I know there's no dumb questions, but what was it like to go to that camp with these children? Or they're teenagers, so they're not little kids. But I mean, what was that like? I mean, they must have opened up to you, and I mean, that must have been. I don't know that I could do that. It seemed so heartbreaking. Hearing the song really got to me.
Well, it is heartbreaking, but in so many ways, I think being a writer is being willing to open your heart and let other people's pain in, and also to share your own. It was an amazing experience working with them. We've done a lot of work with different populations of people who are, not your regular run-of-the-mill schools. We have a program that we do with really seriously impacted autistic children who don't have language, who don't speak. And we've learned to listen on a really deep level and write songs with kids who can't speak, who may have a communication device or just squeeze your hand in a certain way and you kind of got to intuit what they're trying to say. These kids out in California, I think it was in Idlewild, California, they really opened up, and the whole purpose of the camp was really to give them something very special, something to share, but also to let them tell their story. And their story needed, and they provided all this hope that their lives would go back and be normal for them. So I love doing work like that.
Wow. So we are going to circle one last time here this evening. I have to tell you, it's just been so amazing, and I want to reach out and say thank you, James, thank you, Galen, all of you who have made donations this evening. If I didn't call your name, it's just we're trying fast and furious to figure out who has made donations to the tip jar, but time hasn't passed, so you can still reach out and make that donation. It is in the chat for any of you that would like to make that donation before the concert's over. Let's swing back around. We'll have Bill do another song, and then we're going to close out with Mollie and Rich. And just
We might be
well,
able
I
to
don't
do
know.
two
We
more
might.
rounds. Yeah, we might do an extra song or two.
All right, we'll see.
Yeah, because it's only a little after 8.
Okay. All right. Paul says possibly 2 more
Possibly.
rounds.
We'll see.
All right, Bill. We're back at you.
Well, something Rich said earlier kind of caused me to switch gears. I was going to do kind of a fun little silly song, but when he was talking about being inspired by the Beatles on Ed Sullivan, I think that was something that hit so many of us who are in the same age group. And I wrote this song years ago. It was on a record of mine back in the...
Oops, sorry. Okay.
Dang, what a
back in the
intro.
mid-90s.
Great intro.
And it's a song called Cool and Gone. And it's about those people that really touched your life at one point, and then, they sort of fade away. And I had a cover on this song by a friend of mine named Jeffrey Foskett, and Jeffrey played with the Beach Boys. He played with Brian Wilson, and he played with the other version of the Beach Boys. And right before Christmas, and this was like a Christmas present to me, Springsteen played on his podcast. He played Jeffrey's version and actually read the lyrics to this out loud on his podcast. So
Wow.
that was like, nice.
Yes.
I think I'd have it carved in my tombstone here.
So I'm going to do that song instead of what I was going to do. It's also it's rich from what you said. I just wanted to kind of touch on that. I put a capo on, then everything goes to hell. 100 million years ago, running to a record store, all out of breath for you. I caught my death for you. Well, that was me inside your song, but now it feels like something's wrong, like somehow you let me down. No king left to wear that crown. Cool and gone, nothing stays the same. so cool and then be gone. Now everybody knew your name, and everybody felt the same. That time belonged to you. You showed us what to do. But was it you or was it me who changed so much eventually? We're left with a dream that's spent, still wondering what it meant. Cool and gone, cool and gone. Nothing stays the same for long. How could anything so strong be so cool and then be gone? Well, no one's strong enough to keep that kind of faith. 'Cause once your time has passed, it's only fair you fade away. 100 million years ago, you're the one that I live for, and I lived inside your dream. But now I just live for me. Cool and gone, cool and gone. Nothing stays the same for long. How could anything so strong be so cool and then be cool and gone, cool and gone. Nothing stays the same for long. How could anything so strong be so cool and then be gone? There once was a note, pure and easy, playing so free like a breath, rippling by.
All right. Beautiful.
I smashed my guitar now.
Oh no! Wow. Oh my gosh. So when you've had so many people record, and I mean, to have Bruce Springsteen read the lyrics, and
That was pretty weird. That was a real surprise. His bass player, Gary Talon, is someone who lives here in Nashville and has been a friend of mine for 30 years, but I've never hung out with Bruce, so that was beyond.
so what's the next thing on the horizon, Bill?
Sorry, I just knocked over my mic. My snowball.
I have to tell you secretly, it makes me feel better knowing that we're not the only ones knocking and clunking things around.
Yeah.
So what's next on the horizon? Where can people find you?
I'm at BillLloydMusic.net, and that's like my lifeline to the music business right now. What I consider the music business. I look at the Grammy Awards and I don't know what's going on there, but
Yeah.
it's. Although we were up for a Grammy one year back in 1990, but that was a long time ago, and so I just kind of try to focus in on what I like and try to do it for whoever chooses to follow, what it is I'm doing.
Well, it's reaching a lot of people this evening, and Maureen and Julie, thank you so much for your donations. It's your generosity is greatly appreciated.
Yes. Thank you.
It's just so exciting, and I think people are really making tremendous connections to all of you this evening. It's great. So Mollie and Rich, we need some more. Give us some more. You're muted
Okay,
now.
yeah.
There you are.
I think it's great that to hear that song, Bill, because it. Well, we're not changing in the direction we're going, but this song that we're going to do sort of fits into that, dovetails into that sort of, I think we kind of start off thinking we're going to have a career in music and think, oh, you don't think you're going to, you'd like to get famous. Nowadays people say, I want my song to be in an iTunes, an Apple commercial. I mean, that's the definition of success, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, that, of course, doesn't happen to very many people. And the older you get, the more you realize the successes are found in such small ways, such great ways, wonderful ways. And like what Kid Pan Alley does, for instance. I mean, that's just, to me, that outweighs any freaking Grammy. But, sorry, I would say something.
And you won one.
I won one. Yes, I won one because I'm a various artist. So it won a bluegrass, best bluegrass recording, and it was the songs of Bill Monroe. And once I saw all these other people I know that were on the record start calling themselves Grammy, I was on two tracks of that CD. Once I saw people saying that were on that record, saying that they were Grammy winners, I thought, well, damn, I can do that too. So I'm going to put that in my bio.
So now I have to address her as
Queen.
Excuse me, Mollie, Grammy winner. And listen,
Pretty soon she'll be Granny.
Granny,
Granny winner, yeah. The music business is really taking it on the chin, but not the music. Music's not going anywhere. It'll survive everything. So.
And I think it's great to hear a lot of these young, successful people who are touring who completely got smashed by COVID as far as their work and their schedule, and they had records coming out and stuff. And I mean, that's all really sad and awful and everything. But I think that all gave everybody a chance to kind of sit back and realize, it's okay to chill out for a while, and it's not the end of the world. And so that brings us around to this song, which is
the best laid plans.
A tune that Rich wrote, a tune that Rich wrote. And I decided to write words to it. And I just have to give you a little bit of backstory in that I said earlier I moved to New York City when I was 19 because I wanted to become a Broadway musical star. And I grew up in Wheeling, West Virginia. If anybody, probably a lot of people have driven through there because it's on I-70. But I grew up there, and I couldn't wait to get out and go to New York City and become a big star because I knew I was so good at the musical theater thing, and I'd been in community theater, right? That was my claim to fame. So that's kind of what this song is about how the grass is green maybe in the yard down the street. You just don't realize it until later. So. I went back home the other day. Saw an old friend who happened to say, hey sister, what do you know? Let's sit down and have a cup of joe. A cup of joe, a cup of joe. Tell me your story, I just need to know. Well, I told him all about the big plans I made, all the rules I broke along the way. I had to go, I couldn't stay here in this town and never gone away, never gone away, never gone away. Had to go, I couldn't stay. Strange, I told him how the big city sounds when all you know's a dumb little town. Narrow minds won't turn around, everybody's talking about you. Why you down, why you down, oh, why you down? Nowhere to go or turn around, oh no. I took one last look and then drove real fast. On down the road, I forgot my past. I'd hit the big time, or so I hoped. The bright lights really had me roped. They had me roped, they had me roped. I didn't do as well as I had hoped, but then I found me a real good man. Next thing you know comes a wedding band, a baby or two and a patch of grass. For I know 10 years had passed, 10 years had passed, 10 years had passed. Got a little bitty family and a patch of grass. time and a big old life, I tell you. I wouldn't change it for a dime, not for a dime, not one thin dime. It took me years to find it's been a big old time. So let this be a lesson learned. Sometimes your bridges should be burned. This chick ain't coming home to roost. Ain't eating crow or cooking goose. Ain't eating crow or cooking goose. Where I am is where I roost. La-di-di, 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 la-di-di.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so Molly, here are the comments that are coming out of the chat. Broadway, watch out. Go, Molly. Hearts, hearts. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Well, that's what I thought would happen, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Here
and
I am tonight.
Oh.
when Julie asked if you would sing one of the songs from Saints and Singers, well, that means we have to have you guys. Let's
Just
have Bill
swing-
and we'll sit this one out. But let's
Yeah.
have Bill and Molly and Rich each do one more and close
I think
us
that
out.
would be wonderful.
So
Oh my
go ahead
gosh.
there, Bill.
Okay. Let's see. I don't know. Should I do something? I'm not sure what I'm going to do here. Hang on.
How about the hazmat song?
That hazmat song is.
I feel like it goes better when it has some amplifiers behind it. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Here's one. Here's this little rootsy rock thing that this was on that. I put out a record. I told you guys that called "Don't Kill the Messenger." It was the last full album I came out with, and I got to write a song. I did this co-writing with this amazing guy named John Simon, and John is a music business veteran who goes back to the '60s. He was one of the producers on The Band, like the Brown album, and music from Big Pink, and he also worked with Simon and Garfunkel and a lot of wrote hits back in the '60s. And anyway, he came to Nashville and we got together, and we wrote this silly little song, and I finally recorded it, and it's kind of a roots rocker. So it goes like this. You say you need someone who's always there for you, someone who'll leave his life up in the air for you, promising he'll always take good care of you. You got me. You got me. You got me mixed up with somebody else. If you need someone to satisfy your every desire, jump when you say jump and do it twice as high. Fold up your underwear from out of the dryer. You got me. Baby, you got me. You got me mixed up with somebody else. Someone who'll sacrifice a life and a limb, who'll go ahead and take a dive, sink or swim. Someone who maybe could be obviously somewhat been. I'm not him. Sacrifice life and limb, who'll go ahead and take a dive, sink or swim. Someone who maybe could be obviously somewhat dim. I'm not him. You want a lapdog to pick up the crumbs, wait around and twiddle their thumbs, to take the heat off when the police come. You got me. You got me. You got me mixed up with somebody else.
Oh my God!
Great.
Now I smashed my guitar.
All right.
Wow, I mean, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. And I usually say too much, but it's like, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
Well,
Knock us out, man.
a little unhinged, I'll say.
No, it was like great. I was waiting. I mean, I can't imagine really the space that you're in, but I thought there for a moment you were kind of going to go backwards.
Well, Buddy Holly's keeping me in check.
Buddy's keeping
Buddy's
you in
holding
check.
him up,
Yeah.
as he has all of us.
Yeah, no. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That was great. Oh my gosh, Bill. It's
Well,
just,
thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
It's been so
It's
wonderful.
great to see everybody and really
Great to
great
meet you.
cause and
it's been fabulous. But we're gonna let Molly and Rich take us home for the evening. But before that, I just want to give a shout out and say thank you to Stephen, Joseph, Mary, Anthony, Christine, Ellen, and Gail for your donations. Thank you so much for your generosity. We are so appreciative. And still got a little bit of time left.
Yeah, and all of us musicians are
There's time.
very
The clock
great.
is not ticking down yet.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right. All right. So
And we'll, yeah, let's have another song, and then I'll make my little announcements.
okay, you can make your little announcements, and then we can all kind of hang in if some folks want to just say hi, because this is also a great time to reconnect with friends maybe you haven't seen in a while that are in the Zoom room. So we'll open it up after Paul makes his announcements.
Okay.
All right. All right, take us home, Molly and Rich.
Hey, thank you both for asking us to do this, and thanks to Ryan, who's the guy behind the curtain.
Yay, Ryan!
Yes, thank you, Ryan.
It's nice to have an actual sound check for these kinds of things. Did you say somebody wanted to hear something from Saints and Sinners? Or
Yes.
Yes,
Julie.
Julie Leclerc said, if you're not too tired of Saints and Singers, one of my faves, would you sing one of your songs off that recording?
Well, we got another request too.
Oh, we got two requests. Okay,
A friend texted and wanted to hear
that Dylan song.
that Dylan song.
They're both
Yeah.
sad.
Well, Johnny's in the basement mixing up the medicine. I'm in the pavement. No.
They're both sad songs, so we should go sad. Love sad, maybe. Okay. How long can I stay in this nowhere cafe? For night turns into day. I wonder why I'm so frightened of dawn. All I have and all I know is this dream of you, which keeps me living on. There's a moment when all old things become new again, but that moment might have come and gone. All I have and all I know is this dream of you, which keeps me living on. I look away, but I keep seeing it. I don't want to believe, but I keep believing it. Shadows dance across the wall. Shadows that seem to know it all. Am I too blind to see? Or is my heart playing tricks on me? I'm lost in the crowd, and all all my tears are gone. All I have, and all I know is this dream of you, which keeps me living on. Everything I touch seems to disappear. Everywhere I turn, you are always here. I'll run this race till my earthly death. I'll defend this place with my dying breath. From a cheerless room in the curtain glue, I saw a star from heaven fall. I turned and looked again, and it was gone. All I have, and all I know is this dream of you, which keeps me living on. It's this dream of you that keeps me living on.
Beautiful. What a beautiful song. What a beautiful way to close the evening. Yes.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, it's just swooning, it's just like rocking your little baby and just, oh, so beautiful. I want to thank you, Molly, thank you, Rich, thank you, Bill, for just a wonderful evening of amazing, amazing music, from joyous to somber to sad. To hilarious, absolutely.
I didn't do my canned laughter for hilarious.
Okay, we can.
No.
That's his Bill Maher audience.
Yeah.
So I want to just say thank you to everyone for joining us this evening. It's always a pleasure, always a wonderful opportunity to spend our time together.
Yes.
And Paul has a few announcements, and then hang out in the Zoom room, and we'll unmute everybody, and you can say hi and chat. All right, Paul.
Well, our good friends over at In Your Ear Studios in Richmond, Virginia, and it is a completely world-class studio. They have a concert series on Tuesday nights, and they have raised the bar so high that none of us can ever get over it. They have like 5 cameras and recording studio sound for their live stream. And so that's every Tuesday night at 7:30. You can watch it on YouTube or on Facebook. And the next one is Margot this coming Tuesday at 7:30. Our next show.
I wouldn't change it for the world. I know the beauty lies. I know the beauty lies. I know the beauty lies.
So our next show is my old friend Pierce Pettis, and I've written some songs with him that I absolutely love, and also the Feynman and Kimball Hurd, and I used to tour some with him. He's a wonderful, wonderful singer. So that's on March 11th. We hope you'll join
April
us.
11th.
Oh, April 11th. That's
We're
right.
not going back in time.
We're not
here.
going back. So please join us for that. And hang out for a few minutes. I'm going to just, we have our end credits to roll and a few things about Kid Pan Alley. And then anybody who'd like to hang out and have a drink with us at a distance.
Good time to go to
I
the
wish I could
fridge.
offer you
Make a
all some
pour.
good scotch here right now, but I can't. But we'd love to just hang out and meet a few of you for a few minutes. So please stick around if you like. And here's the end credits, and then we'll be back right after that.
I wouldn't change it for the world. Maybe by next year I'll be able to see your smile. I'll be able to see your frown. Maybe by then the world won't be turned upside down. Maybe we'll have a party. Maybe things will be just fine. Maybe we can have it all if we just make it through this time. Maybe if we just imagine, we can laugh about this year, be grateful for what we've got. Maybe our life will be better, maybe, maybe not.
Life is good because we
All right, let's open up the.
Yeah, so
the mute
you
off.
can unmute yourselves and just if you have any questions for any of the artists or some of you who are still there, I'd love to hang out for a few minutes with you.
Oh, hey, Paul, you want to take us off the live?
Oh, yeah.